Denise as a representation of the Singaporean youth? Do you think she would be a very outspoken youth?
Yeah, she would definitely be very outspoken. In fact, I think she'd be quite irritating. I found her quite irritating, actually.
Your brother to Nicholas.
Yeah, I mean, I watched her, right? I was watching and I was like, my God, if I had a little sister like that, I want to strangle her half the time, you know what I mean? She's a smart alecky and all that, you know. Nobody likes a smart aleck lah, you know. But to be outspoken is good. To have true, proper moral values is good. And she had a very soft, kind heart at the center of her soul lah. So it's, I think, not a true 100% representation of the youth today. But there is definitely a big group of people like her. Not always smart alecky lah, but more like just generally clever, aware of the world. They interact with a lot of more different things nowadays. I mean, comparing to us when we were kids, I don't think we did a lot more back then. But then again, the avenues were not as open or as varied as they are now. So in terms of your social groups, your hobby groups, your whatever, so many different things you can do, courses lah, this and that, and competitions. It was not as varied. It wasn't as varied back then. But now you got opportunities to just go out there and really try all kinds of different things. So I think, Denise I think would have performed a lot better in this day and age rather than just 10 years ago.
And do you think that Singaporean youths are socially aware of all this happening throughout the world?
I don't think they're fully aware of what kinds of poverty there are out there. And I don't think they're aware of the 8 Millennium Goals as... but I think, you know what, actually I think youth are probably more aware than adults. Actually. Really? Because they are actually more... they're more thrust into a situation where you go and find out more about these things. You know what I mean? You've got your different subjects, etc., which I think make them search the web a lot more. I think generally youths are a lot more curious, and I think they are a lot more aware than adults. But the percentage of that group, I would say there's a big number of kids who are aware. But I think the slightly younger group, they're not totally, they don't understand the term poverty just yet. Because we ask them, they know what poverty means, but they don't know what it really means. Because we did a project a few years ago. We got celebrities to go out there and just ask kids, what does poverty mean to you? And these were, I think, early secondary school kids or late primary. And so what does poverty mean to you? And one kid said, oh, it means I cannot buy luxury goods, lor. And you're thinking, alright, and I think one of the celebrities was like, oh, I was very upset, and it was just a moment of clarity for a lot of people when they realized, hang on a sec, these kids, there's some that, that's, you still need to understand. Different generations of kids are growing up. You have to keep reminding each one what poverty is and understanding what the situation is now. They didn't know that poverty means I'm only surviving on $1 a day or less. A family is surviving on $1 a day. They can't even afford McDonald's. McDonald's in Singapore is like cheap. Over there, it'd be like having a gourmet meal. You know what I mean? Right. So to them, not having I can't buy an iPhone. I can't buy a wallet for myself. I can't buy luxury. I can't put bling on my phone. I mean, things like that is what, I have poverty because I don't have what my other friends have. No, poverty means I don't have 3 meals a day. And it's happening also in Singapore. So I think there are groups of children who understand what poverty is because they're kind of living it here, but the major population maybe they understand it but don't really truly understand the gravity of the situation. I mean, you ask them to starve for one day, they'd be like freaking out already. They'd be like, excuse me? No phone? No bed? No water? No food? Nothing? No snacks? No M&Ms? What? It's simple things like that. No running water. I can't flush. I can't wipe my butt. No, they don't realize how bad it can be. And it takes, people like yourself and everyone to just keep reminding. It's just about education.
It's the lack of awareness.
Yeah, I can't truly say they don't know because there are many kids who are very aware. In fact, overly more aware. In fact, they know more facts than we do sometimes, and it surprises us sometimes, and it makes us feel quite grateful actually. So I can't give you the full numbers, but it feels as though the general population of kids are like, poverty, yeah, okay, it's out there, but I'm okay, But there are certain groups of children who really do understand, and that's heartfelt from them, and it's good to know.